Hi, I'm Jennifer Sawyer with Team MVP, and this is my In the Bag. I'm going to start with my putters, and I throw the Electron Soft Atom. I prefer the soft feel. I keep a really beat one for longer shots, for up shots, and newer ones for actual putts. I really like the feel of the Electron plastic, and it is my favorite. Okay, and moving on to some other putters. The Plasma Envy is definitely one of my most used discs in my bag. It's really reliable, and I use it for anything 200 and under pretty much, unless I need some turn to it, in which case I'll go to the Proxy or the Theory. So up next is the Plasma Proxy, which is super straight. If you put a little hyzer on it, it'll hold that hyzer line. If you put a little anhyzer on it, it'll hold the anhyzer line. The Electron Spin I use for understable approaches, and it's really reliable. It's just always going to go right when you throw it, and when you putt with it, it's nice and straight. The lip is bigger than I prefer for a putter, so that's why I putt with the Atom. And up next for the mid-ranges, I will start with understable. My understable mid-range is a Theory. If you put a little hyzer on it, it'll fly up and go nice and straight. And then I have a Tangent, which is probably this Plasma Tangent, not this one specifically, part of this one specifically. The Plasma Tangent has won me the most money. I got the Ace Pool Throw-Off at Women's Nationals last year in Ohio, and I also hit Tournament Ace with it, so it's definitely my money disc. And then I have a Proton Axis, and it's a nice straight flyer. This one's relatively new in my bag because I put mine into the drink, so I'm still getting to know this one. And then I have the Proton Matrix, which is really just a longer Envy for me, and it's just a great reliable flyer. Moving on to Fairways, I have Resistor, which is a tried and true super stable utility disc. If there's high winds, anything like that, that's what this comes out for. And then I have a Volt, and this one is a nice straight with a fade at the end. And I use these Fairways a lot for my sidearm, as I have a weaker sidearm. It's not my strong suit. The slower speed discs really do better for me. So my Plasma Crave, and this is my JSaw Plasma Crave, this is probably what I use mostly on a sidearm, for a sidearm shot. And with a backhand, it has a nice little turn, and it'll come back. And on the sidearm, it's nice and straight for me. And then I have the Signal, which is super understable utility disc. If you need to throw high over trees but still need to finish right on a backhand shot, this is the disc. Moving on to drivers, my baby this year has been the Neutron Vanish in a heavier 168. I carry both 168 and a 155, and the 155 is really flippy, and the 168 has nice turn and will come back. And they have really been replacing my waves, which I have a 168 Neutron wave and a 155 Neutron wave, which were my main drivers last year. If I feel my form is weak or I'm tired, I think I will go for the wave more so than the Vanish because I'm more comfortable with it. I've had a lot more time with them. And that's what I'll use the 155 wave for. And the 168 wave will be a nice hyzer flip disc or super understable turnover disc. And next is the Tesla. I have three. I have two Fission Teslas and a Plasma Tesla. And my lightest Fission Tesla is a 150, and it's also my JSaw stamp. And this will go a little bit farther than my 158 Fission Tesla. It'll track right a little bit before it'll come back, and the heavier Fission Tesla is a real nice straight shot with a slight fade at the end. And the Plasma Tesla is a little bit stronger, and this is a 168 that I'll use for hyzer shots or slight headwind, anything with too much headwind, and I'll need to bump up a little bit. The Defy is another one that I use for headwind, straight hyzer shots, just a strong disc that you need to pull out sometimes on the course. And that's my in the bag.